It may not look like it to most, but this is Tennessee, West Tennessee, where wetlands play an integral role in everything from wildlife survival and flood control to filtering the only source of drinking water for over 1 million people. Every May, we celebrate American Wetlands Month, and this year's is a special one. Through a fruitful partnership, River Conservancy and TennGreen Land Conservancy have protected 2 additional critical areas, Lagrange Point and Pleasant Farm. Both are direct connections to the Wolf River and critical to the recharging of the Memphis Sand Aquifer, the grand feature all West Tennesseans rely on for their drinking water.
We're here on the Lagrange Point property, a partnership between TennGreen Land Conservancy and River Conservancy, and we're on the banks of Shaw's Creek, one of the largest, longest tributaries to the Wolf River. And everywhere around us, as evidenced by the mosquitoes, is floodplain and wetlands that is recharging the Memphis Sand Aquifer. And that is the sole drinking water source for the city of Memphis, and it provides drinking water for over 1 million people in West Tennessee, North Mississippi. So vitally important to protect spaces like this, not only for wildlife, not only for the creek, not only for surface water quality, but for the drinking water in the aquifer below. That's really what makes this place special.
Lagrange Point was made possible through the concern and cooperation of the adjacent neighborhood's developer, who worked directly with River Conservancy and TennGreen to protect these 121 acres. The developer could have expanded onto these floodplains and wetlands, but followed through, instead, on the conscious, critical effort not to. As a result, the large swath of Shaw's Creek, a major tributary of the Wolf River, is protected by Lagrange Point. The entirety of this property is in the 100-year floodplain, consists predominantly of wetlands, and is within the aquifer recharge zone for the Memphis Sand Aquifer, that sole drinking water source for Memphis and surrounding communities. Here, bottomland hardwood forests dominate the landscape, alongside pockets of sunny herbaceous wetlands that are invaluable to pollinator species.
So much development happening in this area. Rossville, Piperton, just outside of Collierville, is a booming area in West Tennessee in the Memphis suburbs. So when we're able to stake our claim here in West Tennessee that these lands are important and they're worth protecting in the face of growing development, that's a win for everybody who lives here in this community.
The second project, known as Pleasant Farm, adds 118 acres to over 1,800 acres of protected land within the Wolf River Wildlife Management Area, which was also generously funded by the Heritage Conservation Trust Fund and the North American Wetlands Conservation Act. Like Lagrange Point, it ranks in the top 1% of critical areas in need of conservation by River Conservancy, is also within the Memphis Aquifer's recharge zone, and falls within the critical areas TennGreen strives to protect in Tennessee. Here, high concentrations of woody wetlands, dominated by bald cypress and water tupelo trees, filter floodwaters while recharging the Memphis Sand Aquifer. Waterfowl also flock to this property with areas to wade, dabble, and thrive alongside abundant reptiles and amphibians, including the alligator snapping turtle, a proposed federally threatened species.
What I really want to see is continuing to expand out from the Wolf River that protection. Suburban development from East Memphis and Collierville, etc., is coming this way. So we need to make sure that there's a solid buffer of aquifer recharge wetlands that is completely protected.
The alternative, as the latest data shows, is a West Tennessee void of clean water. Yet as these latest projects show, there is hope. Hope for our drinking water, our critical wildlife, and our priceless recreation. For ways to help and further Tennessee conservation, please visit wolfriver.org and tenngreen.org.